Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Debra and welcome to my channel if you're new here. And if you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. Today, I'm going to do an intuitive piece with watercolor, and it's going to transform into bright yellow flowers. This painting will start with Cascade Green, which is a Daniel Smith color, and I'll also work in a cobalt blue with it, and then azo yellow, gambrosian, and dusk yellow will come into play. Along with that, I'll also have a little bit of work that I'll do with a black watercolor pencil, and we'll do some highlighting with Dr. P.H. Martin's Bleed Proof White. Okay, you guys, are you ready? Let's get started. I'm going to start this painting with just a little background of I've got my fan brush loaded up with some Cascade Green from Daniel Smith, okay? This green is a nice background green, I find, and it has a lot of blue in it, so it's kind of like a very atmospheric kind of color. And I think Jean Haynes, who is a fabulous watercolor artist, this is one of her colors that she absolutely loves. And I have to tell you, you know what? First, I wasn't loving it because I'm like, it just, you know what? There's an artificialness to it. It doesn't look like a green to me. I don't like fake greens. But you know what? It almost has a little bit of eucalyptus kind of blue-green color to it. But it also, I find, makes for a really pretty background to some flowers, because it almost looks like the sky in the way, but it kind of has an aqua-y color to it. It's just so pretty. It really is quite pretty. So what I'm doing here is, you know, I threw that stuff down and I'm just going in and I'm just kind of blending it, okay? Just want to create something unique here. Okay, so what I need to do here now is figure out what color do I want to put with this this Cascade Green. So let's do this. Let's take a sheet of paper. I've got my Cascade Green down, okay? Now I want to figure, I know yellow looks absolutely fabulous with this. I did, if you go back into some tutorials, I did some some dandelions. And I used that Cascade Green in the back, and it was just so pretty with the yellow. So I know that that looks really pretty with yellow. Okay, so now I've got some of that Cascade Green down. Let's see what happens when I put a little bit of permanent alizarin crimson with it. Do I like that? It looks like it's kind of going, looks kind of Christmassy, doesn't it? And now let's put some violet blue down. Okay, so I definitely do not like the alizarin crimson with the Cascade. The azo yellow, of course, the azo yellow looks fabulous. Okay, so let's do this. Since this is wet, and I love this yellow with this, I'm just going to throw some into play, okay? Now I'm just going to go in, and I'm going to loosen up some of those little spots that I threw in. And I'm going to spin my paper around because sometimes we see things in the other direction. We might have an idea that it's going to be one direction, but it might end up completely different. And sometimes we think we're going to start with the floral, and it turns into maybe some kind of landscape. So I'm not quite sure where this is taking me yet. but I do like what I'm seeing here. Now, I'm trying to figure out what I could put with it. Yeah, forgive me, I'm not sure what color this one is. It's just a brighter, it looks like a cobalt blue. So now I'm just gonna have a little fun with this and blend that out. Trying to figure out what do I want to do next. What do I want to add to this? I think I want just a little bit more of that Cascade green. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of creating a unique wash of colors, and I'm trying to figure out what could possibly be happening here and what I can change it into or create with it. So now I'm going to just go in with some 1-ply paper, and I'm just going to lay it down. And then I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to pat it lightly. Then I'm just going to pull it up, and that should give me a very light backdrop. So I'm just looking at studying my paper to see what I'm seeing here. Okay. I'm seeing that there should be something happening, like a really beautiful flower here. Okay. I'm seeing kind of like a shape of a petal here, and I could see one happening right here. This looks like almost like the blue sky. So I'm pretty sure I'd like to just drop in something here. Not sure what I want to put in. Let's just put a little bit of this dusk yellow. Just going to let that blend. And I'm just going to go in with a little bit darker yellow. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm seeing here, so forgive me for getting quiet on you. I'm going to drop in a little bit more, drop one in here. And So I'll let that kind of blend out. A little bit of that cobalty blue. It's getting really yellow, it's getting really green on me, that flower, because the blue and the green are mixing. So I'm going to go in and I'm just going to pick some of that pigment up, and I can always go back in and put some more down. Just want to control it. I don't want to get that flower all green on me. Now, what else could we do to this that would make it look really cool? This definitely needs some white in the middle. It's just looking really, like this one feels really good. This one feels overworked. So I'm just going to go in. I'm just going to grab some of that pigment out of there. Just going to work on this one a little bit. He needs some help. He's pretty, but this was a mixture that I did before. It's just some mud that I have on my watercolor palette. Oh God, what were the color? I can't remember what colors I mixed together here. Okay, so let's get a little bit of bleed proof in. I'm just going to blend a few of these out. I really love the strength of that one. That needs to happen over here. almost feel like I have to almost go in. It's just a watercolor pencil. Some black. It's pretty. Okay, so got some major puddles going on here. You want to always keep your eye open for those, or you're going to get some really hard lines. I think I'm going to go in and grab some of that with some 1-ply. I'm just going to put it down, pick it up. Right there, I'm getting some hard lines. Just gonna blend it out, soften it all up. And I think I'm gonna go in with some very, very vibrant yellow here. Need to just darken that all up. Really, really pushing that Cascade Green. Okay, so I need to get some more dusk here. Need to push this here. You can tell it needs some vibrancy. Really like that black in there. Okay, and now let's get my fan brush. Let's get some vibrant yellow going on here. feel like it still needs. Okay, let's bring in just a little bit more. Okay, I think I'm happy with what I'm seeing here. I'm going to let that all mingle around and have fun. And, oops. So, the colors I've used in this tutorial have been Dr. P.H. Martin's Bleed Proof White. I have used Azo Yellow Light by Van Gogh. I have used Van Gogh Dusk Yellow. And I have used the Daniel Smith. Used the Daniel Smith Cascade Green. I've used a watercolor pencil, a black watercolor pencil. And I've also used a little bit of mud that was on my palette. And I also used a yellow here. Which one was it? Let's see. So those are the colors that I've used for this tutorial today. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, be safe, be well, and God bless. Bye now.